That's right, keep moving. You know what? Yeah. Check you.
We welcome you to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on the banks of the Monongahela River at FNB Stadium. It's an East versus West battle featuring two of the last three league champions. It's the defending crown winners, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, playing host to 2023 champion, Phoenix Rising. Alongside Antonio Aquilino, I'm Josh Appel. Thanks for being with us on this Saturday night. There you see Pittsburgh Riverhounds early season Eastern Conference standings, top four in the East. That goal differential probably not where they'd like it to be. They led the league in clean sheets last year, still looking for their first in 2026.
7 games in, this is exactly where you want to be if you are a contender inside of the playoff picture. You don't want to lose too much ground from first place. A victory here for Pittsburgh, and they are right behind Louisville City.
Tonight's player to watch is sponsored by Modelo, celebrating those with the fighting spirit like Albert Dikwa, whose determination and skill truly embody the mark of a fighter. Dikwa back for his second stint with Pittsburgh, coming off of a brace against Detroit City, tied for second in the league in goals.
The Cameroon Lion of the Riverhounds always comes through when this side needs him, and you saw it, as you said, last time out against Detroit, 2 massive goals in a 2-1 win.
Now let's take a look at the Western Conference table entering week 9. Phoenix Rising, they finished just 1 point back of 4th place last season in the West. That would have meant they hosted a playoff game. They sit in 6th this season, 2 wins, 2 losses, 3 draws.
Once again, exactly where you want to be. You don't want to be behind the 8 ball. 3 big points here this evening, and the Rising are right in the middle of that race for those first 2 spots.
Well, we mentioned the start that Albert Dikwa is off to. How about Isan Sako? Back-to-back braces against Miami and New Mexico. He's also tied for second in the league in goals.
A dominating player, the Frenchman at 28 years of age. He is in the prime of his career and one of the leaders of this Rising squad.
Pittsburgh Riverhounds are unbeaten in their last 8 matches at home across all competitions. They've won 6 in a row, but Sako and Phoenix Rising hoping to spoil that and end that streak tonight. We will have lineups and kick from FNB Stadium coming up in moments right here on ESPN+.
Ain't no better feeling than a cold one in my hand. Well, that's why I'll be keeping Iron City in my plans. Oh, everywhere I roam, I'll be thinking about my home. Sitting pouring on the iron right before I go to rest. And when I'm laying in my bed, there's only one thing in my head. Just an ice cold can of Pittsburgh, PA's best.
All day and all night for Charles Hall. Pittsburgh on the board, 1-0.
Really good place here. Pittsburgh score. Riverhounds have liftoff at Highmark. What a strike. Sam Bassett.
And he sends the thousands here into a frenzy.
Our blueprint at 84 Lumber started with the simplest of ideas: hire good people, provide excellent service, add value. From that foundation, we created our structure and shaped an industry. We build projects, homes, dreams, neighborhoods. We build careers, lives, futures. We build success. 84 Lumber.
Two of the last 3 league champions set to do battle in an Eastern Conference versus Western Conference matchup. Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Phoenix Rising from FNB Stadium. Josh Appel, Antonio Aquilino. Let's take a look at our starting 11s for tonight. Brewed for Victory, Icy Light presents first for head coach Rob Vincent and Pittsburgh Riverhounds. He makes 2 changes. Max Vieira and Lasse Kelp come in. Ilalo Simano and Perrin Barnes out of the starting 11 tonight.
Dikwa and Bassett combining for 7 goals this season. That's the partnership to watch for the Riverhounds.
And for Pamadou Ka and Phoenix Rising, they make 3 changes to their starting 11 that faced Miami in their last league match. Jathan Irwin, the 15-year-old, he's back in there. He set a Phoenix record for youngest player to start a match in the Prince Cup against Colorado Springs Switchbacks last weekend.
This is a solid back line. Biasi back in Pittsburgh playing against his former side, with which he's had plenty of success over the course of his career.
Yeah, of course, winning the league title last season here in Pittsburgh. His first game back, Rob Vincent spoke so highly of him. Biasi will have family and friends in attendance today at FNB Stadium, and Pamadou Ka counting his blessings that they have a player like Luke Biasi on that back line here in 2026. Alyssa Pennington is our referee tonight on the banks of the Monongahela River. Just about ready to get going. Both teams top 10 in the league in scoring. Phoenix, one of the most high event teams in all of USL Championship a season ago. Been much better defensively so far this season. Phoenix in the white, Pittsburgh in the black, and we're underway from FNB Stadium. So glad you could be with us. Josh Appel, Antonio Aquilino with you. Charlie Dennis battling the far side with Lasse Kelp. Bit different of a look on the back line tonight for Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Coming off in their last match in league play on April 18th, a 2-1 win over Detroit City. Dikwa had a brace, but it's Phoenix who threatened early. Dennis going wide, sends a cross, back post, punched away by Campuzano. Biasi, the former Hound, was making a run towards that back post. Sacco rolls it ahead for Gomez, plays it in front. Marked well by Pittsburgh and cleared away. Dikwa scored 75 seconds into the Detroit City match. Quickest goal in USL Championship this season and the fastest goal to begin a Pittsburgh match. Edward Kiza in 2024 scored in the first 69 seconds. Owen McCoy has some trouble. Sent away and Phoenix have to retreat. Pittsburgh so tough to beat in this stadium. 8 in a row unbeaten, 6 wins in a row across all competitions. Papaduka knows the challenge. They welcome that. Second of 3 trips to the East Coast for Phoenix this season. They'll make their 3rd and final trip to the Eastern Time Zone at the end of the month at Tampa Bay. Papaduka saying this week that they're just happy they get those trips out of the way early on and don't have to worry about it later on in the season. Let's get our keys to the match brought to you by 84 Lumber, building a win.
Yeah, and for Pittsburgh, it's all about regaining that defensive identity. 12 goals allowed in 7 games this season. That's simply not who the Riverhounds are. So the sooner they get back to that stable backline presence, the better for them. Meanwhile, for Phoenix, clinical finishing, they have scored a goal on 46% of their shots on target in the last 2 games. Those numbers are incredible, and they will need to be clinical in front of goal here on the road if they want to earn 3 points.
Pittsburgh making Phoenix have won back-to-back league matches by 3-0 scores over New Mexico and over Miami. That Isan Sacco with a brace in each of those matches. Gomez receives it back. Gomez, a step on Vieira. Gomez trying to cut it across, but it's off of Souza. And over the end line for the first corner of the match. Souza, a new acquisition this year for Pittsburgh. Obviously, Sean Suber has exited. It's with Charleston now. And Suber, one of the league's best defenders. They lose him off the back line. They lose, of course, Luke Biasi. A couple of injuries to that back line as well in the early going that we'll get to in a moment. But first, corner to come. Phoenix Rising. Dennis with a little shove, and it is called. Dennis disagrees with Alyssa Pennington. Look to be the right call as we take one more look.
Absolutely. Going near post on that corner kick, nobody making the run. Slight push in the back. Veteran play there, hitting the ground. Always going to get the decision.
It's Robbie Mertz who was fouled. Mertz, the Pittsburgh native, surpassed 200 career appearances in USL Championship. Campuzano gets rid of it. You know, we mentioned the changes in the back line for Pittsburgh in 2026. Well, Eric Dick is gone as well. Campuzano taking his place. Souza.
Yeah, when they're close like that, it's really
Kelp.
hard because I'm like,
I want to see Souza play through lines a little more. You see it all the time in practice, according to Rob Vincent, but I want to see that more in game action. This one sent long down the left side. Elliot Goldthorpe reaches it. Goldthorpe defended by Morceau. Goldthorpe drags to his right. Morceau, excellent job, but now Vieira. Now flicked on, it went high from Sam Bassett. He is clinical with that shot. He scored a couple of bangers this season. That is out for a goal kick for Patrick Rakowski, the two-time league champion.
And the Riverhounds managing to get a shot off here. Goldthorpe might have held on to that ball for a bit too long, still managing to find a teammate. Shot sailing over the bar.
It's a real opportunity for Pittsburgh in the opening 6 minutes. Tonight's injury report is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, the official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. As Pittsburgh with a giveaway, it's Dequa! And the shot blocked by J.P. Skierce, who's played every minute for Phoenix Rising. He's the engine that makes them run. He was there to potentially save a goal from the most dangerous player on the pitch for Pittsburgh. It is their first corner of the match, but you saw the couple of injuries. Guillaume Wachter and Beto Idrak both out for Pittsburgh. 2 key losses, but they will be back in due time. Owen corner kick. Bassett delivers in. And Rakowski able to nab it out of the air, but not before colliding with a couple of his teammates. Rakowski got the league title with Orange County in 2021, with Phoenix in 2023. This is his 4th start in 2026. He's got 2 clean sheets back-to-back against Miami and New Mexico coming in. There have been a lot of injuries that Phoenix have had to deal with. As you see, the collision with Charlie Dennis. He's been involved in contact now on both corner kicks, 1 for each team.
Rakowski coming down hard. Some brave goalkeeping from the veteran, one of only 2 30-year-olds on this squad. Rakowski 32 and Dennis 30. Everyone else extremely young on this team. Also have 15-year-old center back Ethan Irwin at the back with head coach Pamadou Ka trusting in the young teenager in a big spot, making his 2nd start of the season. And when we spoke, head coach Pamadou Ka spoke very highly of the 15-year-old and how he is going to trust his young players if they show what they can do in training.
Pamadou Ka says, with all the academy players who have had to get action because of the injuries that Phoenix have dealt with this season, he said, look, when I was a player, I was given a chance at 16. You know, it's not about age, it's about opportunities that you give to players who earn and deserve it. And we provide those opportunities to train with us, and if those guys can meet the demands of being a pro, they'll get that opportunity in matches. And Ethan Irwin now earning a start in league play. He was one of 4 teenagers to start Colorado Springs Prinks Cup match last weekend, the 1-0 defeat to Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Pamadou Ka was pleased with the overall effort that Phoenix showed in that match. Felt they outchanced Colorado Springs. Just couldn't come away with a result. Vieira, who scored in the 3-0 win over Greenville triumph for Pittsburgh. He's earning his first start in league play for Pittsburgh tonight. That's out for a Pittsburgh throw. We're in the 10th minute. Pittsburgh, one of 4 teams without a clean sheet this season. Sporting Jacks in the 11, and the aforementioned Colorado Springs. But Antonio, you mentioned earlier the last couple of matches, the conversion rate for Phoenix Rising. Well, this is a great play here. Sacco was held up initially. No foul was given, but a corner kick to come for Phoenix Rising. These are 2 of the top 5 teams in conversion rate in USL Championship. neither team really near the top of the league in shots. So what it tells you is that when they create their opportunities, they are high quality and they're able to convert.
And that's exactly what great teams do. Be prepared all you want defensively. If you give up that one chance, these sides will make you pay.
Dennis clips in the corner. Sacco chests it down. He's trying to leave it for Skiers. Pittsburgh able to defend and clear. Sacco back on it, sends it towards Capuzano, and he leans down and grabs it on a short hop. Sacco back-to-back games with a brace. He and Dikwa 5 goals apiece this season. Sacco leads Phoenix in goals, assists, shots, and chances created. Dikwa trying to have a go. He settles it down. Leaves for Robbie Mertz. Mertz for Griffin, the captain. Danny Griffin unleashes. Rakowski the save, and Goldthorpe there to make a play on the rebound. Rakowski controls. Griffin with a good go at it.
Very positive play here from the Riverhounds, bringing numbers forward on the offensive move. And look at this high press. They are not shy at putting players in the opposing half, trying to win the ball back. Those long balls out of the back are going to be crucial for Phoenix, trying to beat this press. And look out, a lot of space available.
What a ball. Avayevu heads it down for himself, plays it across. Sacco was making the run through the middle. And McCoy, who's starting his 5th consecutive match, makes the play. Dikwa, the flag was up for offside. They are trying to stretch each other out right now, back and forth. It feels like it's only a matter of time before one of these chances goes.
Dikwa looking back, urging for that ball to be played earlier. Just waiting that split second, which allowed Phoenix back line to just shift up and put Dikwa in an offside position. He tiptoes that offside line so well for Pittsburgh. Look out for that.
Turn to the CBS Sports Network on May 16th for a round 2 Prinks Tires USL Group 6 matchup. It's Richmond Kickers out of League One hosting Charleston Battery at 6 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, May 16th. Catch all the action on CBS Sports Network. Dennis on the wing. Griffin shields him off. Walty takes away. Well defended by Pittsburgh. Bassett. Now Mertz. He's chased down by Marboy. Was one of the handful of injuries that Phoenix have had to deal with at the beginning of this season. It's been a tale of 2 months for them. Very tough beginning to the season in March. Went winless in 4 matches, but after that 0-1-3, make it 0-1-3 mark in March. 2-1 in the month of April, hoping to continue that positive momentum into the month of May. Youngest rosters in all of USL Championship for Phoenix. One of the toughest road tests they'll have. Rarely do Pittsburgh drop points or not earn results in FNB Stadium. Whistle here, and let's see, the foul will go against Pittsburgh.
Just to piggyback off of that point, this one of the more recognizable grounds in all of US soccer, must be said, right on the water. Just a beautiful sight in one of the premier sports cities in the United States. On the lake. Reminds you a lot of the Sinigaya Stadium where Como play, and Stade Louis II for Monaco. Right on the water, just a gorgeous setting. Perfect footballing weather.
Great crowd. As always, it's a chilly night in Pittsburgh. As Vieira gets set to throw in. Tigua took a spill. The free kick from distance is coming for Pittsburgh. Luke Biasi, the former teammates, going at it.
Free kick. Kick out box with Mosquito Joe.
Tigua knew exactly what he was doing there. He felt the pressure from Biasi right behind him, because Biasi knows that Tigua is an opponent that you do not want to allow to turn and run at you with space in behind. Tight marking, a bit too tight. Tigua read it well, threw himself to the ground.
Goldthorpe plays in, headed away by Phoenix. Griffin heads it right back into the area. Dennis held up a bit. Walty kept that alive. McCoy and Dennis battle. And the whistle blows for the foul. McCoy, someone highlighted by Rob Vincent in our conversation this week. And McCoy didn't make the game day roster early on in the season. He had to wait his turn. He started every single match since Sporting Jacks. It was on March 28th. The way that he's adapted has been great. He's riding a wave right now. He's taking on that role as center back. This Pittsburgh team has moved into a back four. Maybe the mid-season reality check will come for a guy like Owen McCoy, but for now, very pleased with what he's shown. Again, they're without Beto Idrak, without Guillaume Wachter. It's already after losing. The man with the ball now, Luke Biasi, 20 in white for Phoenix. Sean Suber off this championship backline that did not allow a goal all postseason long last year on their way to the title.
Well played.
Morceau wide for Dennis. Walty waiting on him. Kelp helps. Dennis again. Comes all the way through. Biasi. Rip wide. Might have been deflected as well, and it was. So it is a corner for Phoenix Rising.
Visitors absorbing the high press, moving the ball horizontally. That is how you get out of it, with the precise passing as well. Saw that space in midfield after they were able to get out of their own half. Riverhounds need to be very careful with that press. Rising have the quality to make them pay.
Sacco and Capuzano rises above everybody. Nabs it out of the air, and he's a bit slow to get up. Capuzano seems to be all right. Pennington with the check on him. You can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on Tuda N, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listing. Tigua. Ooh, whistled for the foul there. Contact made with Pop Marboy. Already our second train in the first 20 minutes of the match.
Just a joy every single time we see the Riverhounds play at home. You never know when that train's gonna pass. It's a sight to behold.
Phoenix tried to get it started quickly, and referee Alyssa Pennington was not having it.
Want to watch the USA at the World Cup this summer? Join us here at FNB
Antonio,
Stadium on
these
June
first 20
12th
minutes for
and June
Phoenix,
18th for free
coming into this
Watch
stadium,
parties presented by
West Coast to East Coast trip for them. If you're Pamadou Kai, you have to be pleased with the first opening 20 minutes.
These are always difficult games to prepare for with the time change and the opponent that you have in front of you, the defending champions. Phoenix moving the ball extremely well. The passing accuracy numbers are certainly there. And if you are coaching this side, you have to be satisfied with how your team has managed that high pressure from the Riverhounds going away from home. You're always going to be under that pressure to perform with the crowd right on top of you, and this crowd is certainly one that impacts the game if you are visiting. Rising have done everything extremely well, and they have created opportunities. Sako has had the ball in very good positions in and around the box, just a bit too unselfish, in my opinion, early on, chesting the ball down for opponent instead of looking at goal. That changes, and he takes his chances. Rising could be in business.
Campuzano to grab that. Pittsburgh has at times been a little bit leaky defensively. Vincent telling us their transition defending has been one of their biggest Achilles heels so far in 2026. It has improved as of late. Still not totally where they want to be. And they're defending. Here's Biasi, former Hound, into the area. That's over the head of Jathan Irwin. Smith, his cross was blocked by Kelp. And it's tracked down by Jean-Éric Morceau. Not Morboye moves it along for JP Skeers, the engine for Phoenix. Mertz after the giveaway. Souza for Kelp. Walty. An underrated player for this Pittsburgh team. Keeps things connected in the midfield is Biasi with a shove on Vieira. And I know that this fan base, Steel Army, really appreciates all of Luke Biasi's contributions to this club, but he's not going to earn many friends between these 90 minutes with plays like that tonight.
Absolutely not, and he's a player who's always going to run forward in support of the players in front of him. He is a weapon on this left flank. Not only a good, solid defender, going forward, we've seen it a couple of times. He is not shy at all with surging up the pitch and playing those dagger balls into the box. A weapon that this Rising side will need to use well throughout these 90 minutes in Pittsburgh.
Biasi for Sako. Now Dennis. Skeers. Skeers signed a multi-year extension in the offseason, third season with Phoenix. His League One All-League selection in 2023. Pittsburgh on the ball now, Dikwa. Gomez, great tackle by Walty, kept that alive for a moment. Walty against Patmar Boy. Avayevu for Dennis, but it never got there. And now it's Bassett who can start things for that Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe shot deflected. He had Bassett to his left, Dikwa to his right.
Just too selfish there from Goldthorpe. Options, space available. That's exactly the dream scenario for a midfielder surging forward. Can't go for goal. You're too far away. You have players in front of you. Teammates are in better positions to make an impact on that sequence. The chance goes by the wayside for the hosts.
Skeers, Gomez, Biasi. Skeers like a thoroughbred for Phoenix in honor of the Kentucky Derby today. By the way, if you were wondering, Golden Temple took home the Kentucky Derby. Bassett, wide for Mertz. Oh, good play by Skeers. It will be a throw for Pittsburgh, though.
First touch for Mertz, just letting him down. Very congested midfield so far in these opening 27 minutes. That is why we have been seeing a lot of long balls forward over the top to try and take advantage of the space across the midfield line. These two teams very well coached and defensively sound in this opening half.
Walty takes a hop, and Rakovsky from Smith. At Bellevue University, your success is the only thing that matters. That's why they offer education that's designed to help you achieve your next goal. Find out more at degrees.bellevue.edu/goals. Our third train of the match, Antonio. This one going the other way.
Going exactly the direction Riverhounds are going now. Walty pulling the strings in midfield. It's not a name you hear much during the broadcast, but he does so many important things for Pittsburgh, and that's continuing in this matchup as well.
Join Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC and a bar of Coca-Cola beverages right here at FNB Stadium for free U.S. watch parties on June 12th and June 19th. Fans in attendance will have the chance to win 4 tickets to Brazil versus Haiti and Philadelphia during the World Cup. Enjoy the United States men's national team matches on the stadium video board, plus food, drinks, giveaways, family-friendly entertainment, and soccer activities on the field. Admission is free, but fans should claim tickets in advance. Visit riverhounds.com/watchparty for details. Souza. Vieira. Walty. Despite that opening 20 minutes from Phoenix, where they were getting into the attacking third, seemingly creating chances, they do not have a shot on target yet. Shots on target are 2-0 to Pittsburgh. But they have taken 3 shots inside the box, just none of it to target.
That was a good idea from Sacco, trying to find Dennis out wide. Cutting towards the heart of the pitch. The winger at time. It's not what you want to see. If you're Pamadou Ka, you have to try and stretch out this Riverhounds back line in midfield, because it is so compact and airtight. Side to side, horizontal passing is the key to unlock a stingy defense.
Vieira Sends one long in the direction of Dikwa. Oh, not look good for JP Skiers, who's still down for Phoenix. Play rolls on. Irwin wide for Sacco, battling with McCoy, and McCoy wins it away from him. Finds Bassett. Now Goldthorpe. Skiers is back on his feet. That's past everybody and all the way to Rakowski.
Fans were having a flash.
Biasi throws in for Gomez. Griffin is tripped up by Gomez as he made a play on the ball. Gomez, in his first season, acquired via permanent transfer from Necaxa and Liga MX. He was 18 years old back in 2022. Here's that foul one more time.
Player with a lot of personality. Spoke about the opening 20 minutes for Phoenix. Gomez's position extremely up the pitch, feeling his position onto the left, providing crosses inside of the box, and the Riverhounds making the proper adjustment in containing the Mexican. He's found much less space in the second portion of this opening half now.
Or so. Again, Pittsburgh with the high press. Phoenix trying to navigate it. They've done well too so far in this first half. Irwin. Good turn by Dennis. Lays it ahead for Sacco, but Kelp and McCoy were both marking him. And Campuzano sends it. Dikwa, oh goodness. Dikwa pops right back up after colliding with Jean-Éric Morceau. Both of those guys will have to be checked on. Those are always dangerous. Another look at what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your
Dikwa was
attention,
upset
please?
earlier in the game,
For those
feeling
that
that
want to participate in the Groove
those
Day
aerial
Bandit
battles
costume
are
contest,
not going
presented
his
by
way
Jerry's
because he's
Records,
being fouled.
you
At
can now
that
have
time,
your way
two
down to
players
the West Gate Field entrance.
jumping on top of the
Again,
forward,
participating
trying
in
to get to
costume
the ball
contest,
first.
presented by Jerry's Records.
Just shows the
We need
respect
West Gate Field entrance at
that
this
this
time.
Phoenix
Thank you.
side has towards the 28-year-old. They know that if they leave an inch, Dikwa is going to take it and put Pittsburgh in the lead. Tight marking on Dikwa, and sometimes it goes overboard. Boye has been extremely physical with Dikwa this opening half.
So cool to hear Rob Vincent speak about Albert Dikwa and what he brings to this club, not just with his contributions on the field. I know it's the cliche, what he does on the field, what he does off the field, but he said he wouldn't be surprised if every single academy player for Pittsburgh at some point hasn't been met with a smile and a high five from Albert Dikwa. He's very close and built a special relationship with Steel Army, the supporters group for the Hounds. Scored a goal recently and honored a member of Steel Army who had recently passed away. He is certainly enjoying his time back with the Hounds in his second stint, and they are happy, very happy to have him in black and gold.
And this is not only a great sports town, but this is one of the more intelligent fan bases in all of American professional sports. If you're a player and you give everything you have for the badge that's on your shirt, the fans are going to respect you and they're going to love you forever. That's exactly what we've seen here in Pittsburgh. Steel City love, nothing like it.
And I know Luke Biasi, who's now with Phoenix, certainly feels that. Played 120 matches with the Hounds. They gave him his first pro contract. What a way to go out, winning the club's first title this season. Griffin stepped up and won it for the Hounds. Bassett for Griffin. Now Walty. Tried to find Vieira making a run down that right flank. And then Walty with the foul on Hope Avayevu.
One of the few times today that Avayevu has been able to get that step on Walty. Tactical foul from behind. No yellow cards just yet in what has been a hard-fought fair game.
Avayevu has been slow to get going in 2026. Just one goal contribution after notching 7 goals and 11 assists last year. Also led the team in minutes. The 11 assists were tied for the second most in USL Championship. Avayevu was named the All-League second team last season. Irwin moves it along for Dennis. Kelp watches him. Dennis. Oh, he has Kelp on skates. Dennis, left foot, deflects. Avayevu! Tried to play it towards goal on the volley, but couldn't. And then Irwin couldn't control. That was right on cue. Avayevu nearly putting Phoenix ahead. Look long over the top again for Dikwa, and that physical battle continues.
What a chance this was. Avayevu have to take that first time. You do not have the time necessary inside of the box to stop and shoot. With all those black and yellow jerseys around you, you need to be someone who trusts your instincts. You need to take that first time and just close down the shooting pocket that opens up in front of him. What a chance for Phoenix to take the lead.
Best for either side in this first half. Sacco.
Ready.
Dennis has Irwin with him. Dennis drags to the middle, now switches. Avayevu for Biasi. Gomez. Dennis off of Biasi, and it's scooped up by Campuzano. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. USSelect-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Here's that Hope Avayevu chance.
Yeah, the ball falling onto his left foot. Controlled it over to take a shot with the right. You need to be cold-blooded there. You need to pounce on that chance. Ruthless finishing at this level is everything. On that occasion, it just shows you why the 23-year-old still has 0 goals this season.
Walty with Irwin giving chase, leaves it wide. Played towards goal, never got there. Marboye on the spot. Griffin, now Goldthorpe. Souza. Coy goes along for Vieira. Souza not enough on that, but Walty able to win it. Bassett, hounded by Colin Smith. Forces Pittsburgh to reset from the back. Griffin with space, advantage played. Mertz making a run to the left. Griffin puts on the brakes. Griffin for Mertz. Now Bassett. And we've got another collision involving Dequa. Looks like he and Skeers collided and bumped heads.
3 players down at the same time with the ball right on the edge of the Phoenix box. This is something you very rarely see, just off the ball contact. Once again, Dequa being marked extremely tightly. And the chance goes begging, but when it is a head injury, referees are supposed to prioritize the stoppage in play, and that's the correct decision ultimately. But Griffin, so strong on the ball. A couple of times there on that sequence. This player was trying to muscle him off it, but somehow managed to keep his position and advance forward well with the ball. Just held on to it for a split second too long. That closed down the options in front of him. Take a look at it here. Just not sure where to go with it, and then inside the box. That is a nasty clash.
So the contact happens just as Dequa enters the penalty area. It seems like he initiates that contact.
Don't say the name required. That makes you a win.
Now,
There's no problem. We just have a conversation.
and now the two benches
That's not a problem. We are good friends.
are having words with each other. Pamadouka saying, nope, we're just having a friendly debate.
This is football. We have a conversation with the fans. That's why we play football.
Maybe not with the benches. Maybe Pamadouka getting into it with some Pittsburgh Riverhounds supporters.
Right? FIFA. He's my buddy. He's my buddy.
That's the beauty. You can hear everything that goes on along the touchline. You can see all smiles at the end of the day. This is the beautiful game. Not always going to be on the same page when it comes to your point of view, but at the end of the day, it's all smiles inside of an intense and competitive environment. That's what you love to see.
This match all of a sudden has become a little more testy. Still some jawing going on.
Albert, that's not worth it.
And if you're the referee in this sort of situation, you have to do a good job at keeping control of the game. You can see she has not gone over to the two benches to make sure that everyone's on the same page. She's allowing her fourth official to take care of that. But if this escalates further and more time comes off the clock, it would be a good idea to just go over to the two managers and just make sure that everything is under control and that tempers are kept in check. We're just seconds away from the halftime break.
It does seem as though it will be a free kick for Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
I would have taken your head off, son. I don't play like that.
On the restart. See how much added time we get. Imagine a decent bit after that last stoppage as Vieira finds room in the middle. Tried to play wide for Bassett, and it was taken away and cleared by Phoenix. Sacco for Dennis. Gomez has to retreat to Corral. He's it for his goalkeeper, Rakowski. Griffin. Mertz. Bassett held over there. Just 2 minutes of added time. Surprised at that number. Figured after that last stoppage you'd have at least 4. It's the second injury stoppage we've had in this first half, but it is the decision from the fourth official. Souza. It's 2 different demeanors on the sidelines. You hear Pamadou Ka giving constant instruction to his side. Vincent on the Pittsburgh sideline a little more quiet, at least from what we can hear, as Goldthorpe battles and Goldthorpe commits the foul. It's great defending by Colin Smith. His second season with Phoenix. He was with Pamadou Ka at North Texas Soccer Club back in 2022 in MLS Next Pro. Smith, an excellent job on Goldthorpe in that sequence.
Pamadou Ka hands on as we towards the end of this opening half of play, knowing very well how big and devastating giving up a goal here would be. His side very well organized, coached, and disciplined. In a hostile environment, they're doing everything correctly.
Digwa cut off by Skeers. Remember, those two collided a moment ago. Given away to Mertz in the box. Phoenix wanted a handball. They don't get it. Avayevu over to support. When Mertz goes down, he rolls on for Phoenix. Goldthorpe takes away. And there is the whistle for halftime from Alyssa Pennington. Back and forth they went in this first half, physical at times, but at the break, still yet to have our first breakthrough.
A very nervy and tense game heading into the halftime break, perfectly poised for the second half to come.
It's a matchup of 2 of the last 3 league champions in USL Championship play. Pittsburgh, the defending champs, Phoenix, the 2023 champs. Meaning for the first time since decision day of last season. 0-0 at the half at FNB Stadium in Pittsburgh. Back with more after this on ESPN+.
Here in Pittsburgh, strength, pride, and teamwork matter, just like at Home Genius Exteriors, a top-rated roofing, siding, windows, and doors contractor. Call now and get 50% off roofing materials, plus no payments till 2027. And we're proud to offer an extra 10% military discount. Schedule your free, no-obligation home inspection today. Call 412-528-6526. Home Genius Exteriors, proud sponsor of your Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
We started Henry in soccer very young, just playing kind of knocking around soccer through the rec department, and he loved it. Even from when he was about 3 years old, he could kick a ball straight, throw a ball straight, and said, well, he probably needs to be in some sort of athletics. So as we progressed, he loved it, and he loved playing with other kids and loved soccer, so we just went for it.
When he was young, the rec program didn't even have a player in goal, and then when it came time for them to let someone be in goal, Henry was the first to raise his hand and said, let me give that a try, and he didn't really ever seem to look back.
To play in goal, we knew that he needed some sort of specific training, which wasn't offered where we were. So the Riverhounds Goalkeeper Academy allowed us to bring him to professional coaches like Bushy, and really allow us to expose him to not just professional coaches, but professional coaching and a dedicated coaching plan that would develop him from a new goalkeeper to a goalkeeper that really understood not only the fundamentals and the technical ability, but the strategy of being a goalkeeper. And as we've progressed through the last few years, it's started at the academy and has progressed through.
He taught me a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and they keep teaching me what I don't know so I can get better. Well, they really had it on the basics and made sure that those were down, and then we got into more complex stuff that was able to really get me ready for the UCNL stage.
The UCNL is one of the top youth programs in the country, bringing elite level games and training environments, and we're excited to be a part of it just because of that. It attracts a lot of good players to our club to play in those games and to get the eyes of the college coaches that the UCNL brings.
So the Riverhounds specifically offers something that you cannot get anywhere else. It offers a true pathway to develop from the earliest stages of the academy, from grassroots the whole way up through the pro team, and no one else offers that.
I found out about the team through Instagram, and I saw that they posted that they were making it. And I immediately actually texted Scott, and I said, I think I want to be a part of this. I know it's been a while for me, but I'd like to give it a try.
I knew right away it's a major responsibility, right, and a duty of care to this project and to this team. I mean, for me it was, okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's get a top goalkeeper and get the spine of the team and then sort of go from there.
I was very excited, but I was a little bit nervous because of how much talk there was around how many people were going to be in the stadium.
I think everyone on the team was nervous.
I can't imagine what the ladies felt like down on the field.
I think it just took us a minute to get into the game, which is always going to happen with the first game.
So while you want to win right off the bat, we knew as a coaching staff that, listen, we just need a little bit of time.
Once we could get the ball in the back of the net, we knew things would start flowing after that.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
position, goes for goal. It is a buzzsaw from Boise. Putting back toes, crashing in. Max Glasser delivers for Naples. All day and all night for Charles All. Pittsburgh on the board, 1-0.
Really good place here. Pittsburgh score. Riverhounds have liftoff at Highmark. What a strike. Sam Bassett.
And he sends the thousands here into a frenzy.
Welcome back to FNB Stadium in Pittsburgh. 0-0 at the half between Pittsburgh and Phoenix. Let's take a look around USL Championship and the league schedule. About to get underway in about a half an hour. San Antonio and Colorado Springs will go at it. Great Western Conference showdown between Sac Republic and Orange County as well. And Las Vegas Lights, one of the top scoring teams in USL Championship. They're playing host to Lexington. That gets underway at 10:30. And then tomorrow night, Monterey Bay under its new manager against FC Tulsa at 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. Let's take a look at some of the headlines in the championship. Last year's Golden Boot winner has awakened. Peter Wilson of the Oakland Roots went goalless for his first 5 matches in league play, then erupted for a hat trick in the Roots' 4-2 win over Las Vegas Lights. That's the first Oakland hat trick since the Roots joined the championship. In round 1 of the Prinks Tires USL Cup, Charleston Battery got an added time game-winning goal from Graham Smith. The 2-1 victory extended an incredible streak of 13 unbeaten matches against Loudoun United. The Battery's last defeat against Loudoun happened in October of 2019. Congratulations to Rhode Island FC's J.J. Williams. He scored his 50th career goal in the championship in Week 8. Williams becomes the 13th player to hit the 50-goal, 25-assist milestone in championship history, and he did it in less than 170 matches played. Upcoming USL national broadcast May 13th, AC Boise and FC Naples in League One. Back to USL Cup play on the 16th with Richmond Kickers in Charleston, and Rhode Island hosts Brooklyn on the 23rd. All 3 matches are on CBS Sports Network. Those are the USL headlines. We're getting closer to the second half. Let's get you back to your match.
The rookie E-Draft stand it and secure a title for Pittsburgh. 26 years! Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2025 USL Championship winners!
Our blueprint at 84 Lumber started with the simplest of ideas. Hire good people, provide excellent service, add value. From that foundation, we created our structure and shaped an industry. We build projects, homes, dreams, neighborhoods. We build careers, lives, futures. We build success. 84 Lumber.
The rookie E-Draft stand it and secure a title for Pittsburgh. 26 years! Pittsburgh Riverhounds 2025 USL Championship winners!
welcome back to FNB Stadium in Pittsburgh. The Hounds and Phoenix Rising 0-0 at the half. Josh Appel and Antonio Aquilino with you. Let's take a look back at the first half and our highlights. Both teams had chances, Antonio, but we remain deadlocked, still looking for the game's first breakthrough.
Both sides combining for 9 total shots, and as you said, no goals, but Rising very good in the opening 15 minutes, bringing players forward, but the Riverhounds, this a big chance for Dikwa.
Dikwa had experienced a bit of everything in that first half. A couple of chances, some knocks, but able to stay in the match. Danny Griffin, good pace here on this shot attempt, but Rakowski able to make the save.
Yeah, the veteran goalkeeper putting his body in front of the ball, making a routine save for him. Meanwhile, Phoenix on the opposite side, trying to get the ball in the area. A wasted chance here for Avayo.
Probably the best one of the first half for Phoenix, and they unfortunately were not able to convert for their sake. You look at the possession numbers, heavily in favor of Phoenix Rising, but I mean, Pittsburgh, probably both teams pleased with how the first half went.
Yeah, two very well-coached sides, very disciplined. No yellow cards as things got a bit chippy towards the end of the opening 45 minutes. We'll see how this game progresses in the second stanza.
So, ready for the second half. Melissa Pennington to get us going. Teams switch sides. Phoenix in the white. Pittsburgh in the black. Pittsburgh 8 consecutive matches unbeaten at home. They've won 6 games in a row across all competitions here. No changes for either side to begin the second half. McCoy coming over, stepping in front of Smith. Smith will throw in. Launches. Cleared away. Pop back in. Cavayevo lets it go for Skeers. Now Smith. Pittsburgh are away with it. Dikwa, nifty to get it to Goldthorpe. One touch back for Dikwa. Great recovery there by Biasi. Former teammates, former Hound. They didn't play together this couple of seasons. They did, of course, overlap here with the Hounds.
Biasi made that defensive diagonal from his left wing back position all the way to the right to deny Dikwa crossing opportunity. That is how locked in Phoenix are to the position of Dikwa and where he is on the surface of play at all times. That is exactly how Pamadou Ka prepared this game, just making sure his side know and acknowledge how dangerous the 28-year-old Cameroonian is.
Kelp launches. Nobody home in black and yellow. So JP Skeers continues to have played every minute so far this season. The only one on either team outside of the goalkeepers to play every minute. Dennis throws in. Dequa through the legs of Smith, finds Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe switches. Vieira. Avayevu comes over to defend. Now it's Mertz for Griffin. Vieira again. Throw in coming for Pittsburgh.
Good spell of possession this for the Riverhounds. Start the second half, just get on the ball, string together some passes with pace. It's important when trying to break down a defensive side. Free kick opportunity a bit too far away to launch it into the box. But the aerial weapons forward for the Riverhounds.
Goldthorpe to take the long free kick, delivers in. Dangerous area, flick towards goal. Dequa there, the bicycle kick from Griffin. Maybe a half bicycle kick. Ends up going over the bar and off target. First real chance in the second half for either side.
Perfect delivery from near the midfield line. Stand corrected, that was a dangerous set piece for the Riverhounds. Griffin involved plenty going forward. Dangerous player, very versatile. Did not miss the target by that much off balance. A good effort from him.
Smith. Goldthorpe rides him down. No call. Play rolls on. Goldthorpe still down. Now play is stopped. We'll look at what happened. Both of them just kind of went down on their own. There was contact, but Smith was already going down.
Smith saw Goldthorpe's arm extended and almost looked for it to then go down in front of the two benches. That is where you're going to hear a lot of instructions and criticism handed out by the two managers. Duka mimicking that extended elbow towards the referee, Alyssa Pennington having none of it.
These teams are both in the top 10 in goals this season. Pittsburgh struggled to defend at times, but remained scoreless here in the 53rd minute. Two of the top goal scorers and two of the top goal scoring teams. Coming tonight, won two of the last 3 league titles, and now Dequa again. This time he's shown a yellow.
Yellow card against Pittsburgh.
Dennis is the one down for Phoenix. Dequa picks up the yellow, and it's not all that surprising that this match has been physical. Phoenix near the top of the league in yellows and fouls this season.
Just that extended left elbow to the side of the face of Dennis. Pennington going to the booklet for the first time here this evening, and Dequa has been on the receiving end of a lot of those physical challenges. At that time, a bit of frustration from the center forward, and he ends up with a caution.
Dennis, chance at a free kick, floats in, header towards Campuzano, and he nabs it. Soccer season's in full swing, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Our boy did a great job there on Dikwa once again. Kelp. His feet weren't in the same alignment with his brain there. He was looking downfield, and the ball just rolled out on him, but Pittsburgh able to regain it. McCoy chases it down in the corner. He let it go, I think, thinking that it would be a Pittsburgh throw, but it's a Phoenix throw. There's Pamaduka. His 10th anniversary season. Phoenix rising. Other scorers from around USL Championship, Miami and Brooklyn level at 1. Charleston all over Sporting Jacks 3-0. Sporting Jacks will likely remain winless. Loudoun earlier today drew 2-2 at home with Oakland. That was the return of Ryan Martin to Loudoun United. Loudoun now 0-2-5 with 5 draws in the first 7 matches. 0-2-6 after today. Oh, I was correct. 0-2-5. Math is hard sometimes. But only Monterey Bay, Sporting Jacks, and Loudoun, the remaining winless clubs in USL Championship. Irwin, the teenager, keeps alive. Dennis into the corner. Walty watches him. Dennis's cross is blocked out for a throw. Smith curls, headed away by McCoy. Alyssa Pennington is going to show a card. She's not playing around in this second half. That's already the second booking. The first 11 minutes of this second half.
Yellow card against Phoenix. Number 13, Jean-Éric Morceau.
Jean-Éric Morceau with the yellow.
That's because of something that happened after the sequence, because it's Biazzi who commits the foul, but then Morceau and his reaction what caused him to get a caution there. I was surprised. I did not think that Biazzi's foul warranted a yellow, and immediately on cue, great production team actually showing us what took place, and yellow card given to Morceau.
Dikwa for Mertz. Griffin now. Fine Vieira, cleared away for the moment by Phoenix Rising. Walty, Gomez takes away, now Avayevu. Dennis, heavy touch. Kelp was right on him. Smith, fouled by Goldthorpe.
A lot of stop and go and a lot of interruptions in this second half, making it difficult for both teams to generate any sort of rhythm on the ball and momentum in this game. Perfectly in the balance. Both sides still looking for that opening goal.
We're approaching the final half hour, and Phoenix have been excellent late in the second half this season. They've scored 6 of their 11 goals in the final 30 minutes of matches this year. 4 of those have come in the final 15 minutes. Dennis. Griffin got in the way of the pass from Gomez. Now Griffin for Goldthorpe. What do you think of this backline play tonight from Pittsburgh, Antonio? Missing Wachter, still missing Edrock. They start McCoy and Kelp back there today as Irwin. So that answer in a moment as Dennis is possessed by Kelp. Now so Kelp for Goldthorpe. Irwin closes on him and pulls him down, and that's a foul.
Kelp and Vieira been very good in one-on-one situations on the flanks, going up against the likes of Dennis and Avayewu, players that are willing runners with the ball at their feet. So you are going to be presented with situations where you're on an island with the attacker and you have to find a way to contain and clear the danger away. And Kelp and Vieira have done a superb job at that here this evening. So if you are head coach Rob Vincent, you look at those two players and they are solutions going forward for a side that has been struggling defensively this season. They can be answers going forward.
Over Dikwa. You know, once Wachter and Edrock come back, now you've got guys in McCoy and Kelp and Vieira who have played a lot of minutes, who have shouldered a lot of the load, and it just adds depth and confidence to guys who really didn't get a lot of playing time before.
And it's exactly why important teams that win have rosters with more than just 11 starters. To be successful at this level with the 5 substitutions that are available, you need to have players, impact players, ready to come in off the bench who have important minutes played during the season. And sometimes these injuries can be a bit of a blessing in disguise because it allows you to see what you have in the quote-unquote reserves on your roster. So when those crunch time minutes do come towards the end of the season, you have a roster that you can trust and you know extremely well because you have seen it in action in high pressure games throughout the season.
Yeah, that's the correct word, trust. It's the first thing that came to my mind. You think of a guy like Owen McCoy, who we mentioned earlier, wasn't even on the team sheet for the first few games of the season. Now tonight, he makes his 5th consecutive start, and he's looked very strong as he continues to ride that wave. More and more action. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights with Mike Watson, Devin Kerr. Plus, you can hear live matches in the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Shots are 5-5 at the moment, but 2-0 to Pittsburgh as far as shots on target. Could this be the moment for Phoenix? Dennis misplayed it and unable to keep it in. But it was last touched by Pittsburgh. That was a big mistake by the Hounds. We will have our first substitution of the match. Gunnar Studenhoft will come on. Little offensive prowess. He replaces Jathan Irwin, the teenager, who acquitted himself well again tonight, this time in league play.
High pressure matchup for the 15-year-old going up against the defending champions, and he held his own in midfield. A very congested area to manage the ball and create. That's the key word. Very difficult to create in these conditions. Studenhoff, a strong physical presence up front. He's going to help Sako find more space in and around the area.
He does have 1 goal this season. A long throw is launched in, flicked towards the middle, and Goldthorpe able to clear it after he chested it down. Marboye. Smith. See how tactically Phoenix adjusts. Studenhoff is a forward. Irwin is playing more of a defensive midfield. As this comes towards goal, and Phoenix have the breakthrough! And who else but Isan Sako, 6th of the season, as he blew past everybody to slam it home. And it's yet another goal for Phoenix Rising in the final half hour.
And it's a mistake at the back, which opens up the goal-scoring opportunity for Phoenix. Poor giveaway. And with a player that has the quality that Sako possesses, that is always going to be a sentence. And it was Vieira just too casual with the ball at his feet, running towards his own box. You need to make a decision, and you have to do it quickly. You cannot afford to dribble in that position with players like Sako around. The Frenchman says thank you very much and dispatches it in the back of the net. A brilliant finish.
He had 8 goals in league play all of last season. He's up to 6 already. And it's the 8th match of this season. Coming off back-to-back braces. He's got the game's first goal tonight, and it comes in the 64th. And now how does Phoenix protect this lead? Pittsburgh 1-3-1 when they concede first. They had been winless in their previous 25 matches when conceding first before the Loudoun game earlier this year. Griffin wide for Mertz. Mertz cuts it back. It's Dikwa who puts it wide. No way. He cannot believe it.
This is a reminder that after tonight's match, players will be signing autographs on the pitch.
Oh, the best chance of the match by far for the Riverhounds. A lot of space at the back. And if you had to bet on Dikwa putting this one away from that position with the ball rolling his way, you would put your money on goal, but not that time. Just failing to catch that one cleanly as it rolls off his heel. Rakonski would have had no business getting close to that sphere had it been on target, and the chance goes by the wayside, but a good response from Pittsburgh after conceding. They are right in this game.
Just hope for Pittsburgh's sake that that's not the last chance they get of that quality. You're absolutely right. There might not be anybody else that you want to see with the ball on their foot in that part of the 6-yard area. And Dikwa just mishit it right after Sako put Phoenix ahead. Walty. It's out for a Pittsburgh throw. Skeers is down again.
Hounds fans, our next home match is on Saturday, May 30th against Miami FC. And it's Pops on the Pitch at FNB Stadium. Bring your dog to the match and stick around at halftime for the
Josh, the onus now all on the Riverhounds. Down the goal at home, chasing the result, and it's going to leave a lot of space available in midfield and in the final third for the Rising. Passing accuracy is going to be crucial in these final 22 minutes or so of the half, as Sako is still down, and this is looking good.
Phoenix preparing a sub as Sacco now does get up. It's yet another teenager, Isaiah Ramirez, on for his second appearance. The 18-year-old, another academy product for Phoenix Rising. And Sacco is going to come off, but he has made his presence felt, as it seems like he always does, this giveaway, and he made Pittsburgh pay.
We spoke in our pregame segment how important and how lethal he is in front of goal, proving it in front of everyone, away from home against the defending champions. It doesn't get much bigger than this, and Sacco came through once again.
Pittsburgh unbeaten at home in their last 8 matches. They've won 6 in a row here across all competitions. Does Pittsburgh have a comeback in them? Griffin thwarted by Gomez. Walty. Morceau. Rakowski.
That's you, Charlie. He's coming. That's you again. Be strong. Love it, you do that. Be strong, love it.
Bassett tried to nudge it along for Griffin, but it ends up with Ramirez instead, who trips up. No call. Oh no, they do blow the whistle. Melissa Pennington.
So Josh, after the substitutions, it looks like Ramirez is going to play out wide on the left with Studenhoff acting as the center forward in the middle, and Dennis out wide on the right with Vallejo just in behind this front three to close out the match.
And Phoenix hang on. Pittsburgh can't come back and level things. No, they'll be thinking about that Dequa chance moments ago, right after Sacco put him on the board. Bassett for Pittsburgh. Griffin. McCoy with Studenhoff in his face. Walty nearly lost it, and he did. And then McCoy shields off Studenhoff. He tripped himself. Goldthorpe. As Smith watches him. Goldthorpe trying to get the angle, he does. Clips it across. Goes all the way through to Vieira. Walty. Games like this, sometimes they're decided by one moment, or in this case could be decided by 2. The giveaway by Vieira that led to the Sacco goal. And Dequa's miss on the doorstep, but Goldthorpe and Bassett trying to make sure that isn't the case. Bassett whistled for a foul there.
You say, Josh, Phoenix in their last 2 wins in league play, outscoring their opponents 6-0. Well, that was never going to happen on the road against Pittsburgh here this evening. Sometimes you have to win it the dirty, gritty way. If that means winning by just a single goal, well, those are tests that shape a squad going forward for the latter part of the season. This would be a massive result from Mamadou Ka and this extremely young and at a certain point inexperienced Phoenix side.
Pittsburgh goes to its bench for the first time. Rob Vincent calls on Charles All. And All will come on for Jackson Walty. All provides a little more of an attacking presence than Walty with his final push towards the finish line. Home win streak on the line in this battle between the East and West. Two of the last three league champs. Pittsburgh won it in 2023. Phoenix won it in 2023. Pittsburgh, of course, the defending champion. Ramirez, 18-year-old, finds Skeers. Make that Biasi. Former Hound. Now it's Gomez. Or so. Dennis, Goldthorpe watching. Nifty little ball. Avayevu flips it. Dennis, McCoy has trouble clearing. Gomez rockets it all the way to the top of Steel Army.
Beautiful sequence that from the Rising, their wingbacks up the pitch, forcing the Riverhounds back in their own half. Quick passes, the finishing product just over Campuzano's goal.
Join Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Abarta Coca-Cola Beverages right here at FNB Stadium for free U.S. men's national team watch parties on June 12th and June 19th. Fans in attendance will have the chance to win 4 tickets to Brazil versus Haiti and Philadelphia during the World Cup. Enjoy the U.S. matches on the stadium video board, plus food, drinks, giveaways, family-friendly entertainment, and soccer activities on the pitch. Admission is free, but fans should claim their tickets in advance. Goldthorpe back to his left. Goldthorpe across, and Rakowski out to grab it. The way you can visit riverhounds.com/watch party for more details. U.S. men's national team watch parties here at FNB Stadium. One more look at that chance.
Some good goalkeeping there. Aware of his position. Decisive for the ball. Rakowski.
Tonight's post-match meal partner is Tupelo Honey, our neighbors in Station Square. They serve scratch-made and responsibly sourced Southern food for every meal. Join them during happy hour every Monday through Thursday for drink and food specials.
Bassett launches long down the middle. Rakowski lets it roll back into the penalty area with Dikwa patrolling and picks it up. What a result this would be for Phoenix Rising, a place where not many teams come and win. They played to a 0-0 draw at the end of last season on decision day. Now it's interesting, these teams went 9 years between meetings. But the Hounds and Phoenix Rising have met in each of the last 3 seasons as Goldthorpe collects. Goldthorpe goes down and it continues. Mistake by Phoenix. Throw for Pittsburgh coming. Sense of urgency and start picking up for the Hounds to approach the final 10 minutes of regulation before stoppage time. Goldthorpe played through him a bit tonight. Now the whistle blows for the foul. Goldthorpe. Smith. Goldthorpe curls in. What a ball! The header! It's just off target. That was Vieira trying to make up for his mistake earlier. What a ball in, though, from Goldthorpe.
Did so well to get away from Smith. One of the few moments that Goldthorpe has had at the edge in that matchup. Gorgeous ball in, and Vieira making that run from the back. That's what you need to do, and those are the risks you need to take when down a goal late in the game. Your defenders have to become added weapons going forward. Vieira just inches away from tying this game.
Dennis shoved down by Goldthorpe. No foul. Long. Dikwa wins the race to it. Trying to play for all, but it was a little bit behind him. Good idea. Just missing that fine bit of touch. Oh, bad giveaway. Mertz. Vieira. Bassett. Back wide for Vieira. Vieira across. Rakowski with one hand nabs it. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. You can download it now. Boy got ahead to it. Now Goldthorpe. Dennis. Kelp all over him. Avayevu. Now Mertz takes over possession. Souza. Pinballed around. Time running out on Pittsburgh. They are preparing another substitution. That went over the touchline, it looked like. Play continues, though. Pretty clear. Apparently not, however. Biasi in his return to Pittsburgh. Rock solid as always. Gomez. Be a statement victory tonight. Phoenix are to hang on. Playing keep away right now. Excellent work here. Phoenix rising. Valuable time being chewed up. Pittsburgh still unable to gain possession.
Rising have won so many of these second balls all across the field, in midfield, in the final third, at the back. Every time there's been a contested ball on the ricochet, it's been a player in white that has been there first and controlled possession. That's been a big difference in this game, in the goal-scoring sequence as well. Vieira's mistake, but who was there to capitalize? A player in white in Sacco. This side so well coached, and they are on their way here.
Dennis for Gomez. Avayevu, and he missed the target on the volley.
We have substitutions for the Hounds. Checking out number 5, Victor Souza. And number
All right, so Pittsburgh going back to its bench. Trevor Ammon comes on for Victor Souza. Junior Etsu comes on for Elliot Goldthorpe. Ammon had a brace in the 3-0 win over Greenville in the Prinks Cup last time out. And some attacking prowess comes on for this final 5.5-minute stretch and sprint to the finish of regulation. Can Pittsburgh find the equalizer? They've been one of the top scoring teams in all of USL Championship this season, as have Phoenix Rising. They're two of the best finishing teams in the league. Studenhoff overran it. It's out for a goal kick. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings.
The Riverhounds have had such a difficult time generating any sort of concrete goal-scoring opportunity in these final 10-15 minutes. It's been very hard for them to string together the passes needed in midfield to create this long ball forward against the likes of these tall physical center backs have gone nowhere, and Dekwa, physicality from these rising defenders have thrown him off. Something has to be generated in these final moments. Do not want to end a home game without one final goal-scoring chance, but looks like Phoenix are in complete control here.
Gomez, room to operate, slides it forward. Studenhoff, but McCoy able to deflect it for Campuzano. Shots are 8-7 in favor of Phoenix, but one shot on target for Phoenix Rising, and it's the shot from Sacco that found the back of the net.
And in our keys to the game, we spoke about how efficient the Rising are in front of goal entering this game. In their final 2 wins, they have scored on 47% of their shots on frame, and tonight that number is 100%.
Curious how that wasn't a foul. Etsu tried to go 1-on-2, and it's cleared. 87 minutes complete. As ill-advised from Campuzano. Having a former Golden Boot winner in League One. Just come on. Dekwa still out there. Bassett still out there. Mertz and Griffin. There's some real attacking prowess out there for Pittsburgh. Player slow to get up for Phoenix for the throw. Pittsburgh running out of time. All to the middle. Bassett for Kelp. And now Griffin, the captain. Bassett. Defending champs on the brink. Here's Mertz. Mertz plays it across. Ammon couldn't get there. Etu either. Excellent defensive work again. I believe that was Morceau. And it's given right back for Bassett. Dennis with the foul. And a yellow shown for Dennis.
Nightmare sequence that for Dennis. He had options on his right, to his left. He chose to hold on to the ball and had his pocket picked, and then frustration. Hand on the back of the neck, always going to be a yellow card.
Free kick from deep. Bassett to take. Hounds in search of the equalizer. Wide for Vieira. He retreats and gives for Griffin. Back for Vieira. Is that a goal kick or a corner? And the call is a corner. They're expecting a healthy bit of stoppage. Mertz to take the corner. It'll be an outswinger for Pittsburgh. Tense moments late. It's a Cohen corner kick. Delivered by Mertz. Rakowski punches away. Smith clears. Studenhoff has some trouble with it.
That's another Pella crowd save, earning yourself a free mini soccer ball. Pella windows and doors.
Rob Vincent looking on. Hoping his team can find an equalizer. We will have 5 minutes of stoppage time. Phoenix bench wants 2 minutes. They will not get it. It's 5 minutes. Dikwa heads it forward.
5 minutes to make some
Josh, after the 2 minutes given in the first half, wouldn't have been surprised if there were 2 minutes given again in the second. 5 minutes, plenty of time for the Riverhounds. So they threaten well on set-piece opportunities, but those have been hard to come by in this second half, as the Rising have been extremely disciplined off the ball, not fouling, making sure to keep their opponents in front of them.
Gomez. Here comes Phoenix again, looking for insurance. It was deflected, stayed in, so Pittsburgh can take possession. Mertz pulled down by Gomez. That's a foul.
Should have been a yellow card. Gomez knowing well that Biazzi was out of position, so he committed a tactical foul. Should have been booked.
Bassett. Phoenix in search of its third consecutive clean sheet. Back-to-back 3-0 wins in league play. Can they hang on here in stoppage? In this East versus West showdown, it's all. What about clipping it in? Gives off to Griffin instead. He does the honors in the direction of Dikwa. Comes out for Ammon. The shot's blocked. Potmar Boye with a huge block. And now the clear by Morceau. McCoy's got to be careful. Plays for Campuzano. About halfway through stoppage time. Etu. McCoy. Got to go forward. Mertz. All. Looking left. Etu. He goes down. No foul. How is that not a foul?
Etu did well to get away from his man. A nutmeg as well. Referee taking a look at it. Signaling to play on.
In fairness to Alyssa Pennington, a lot of contact like that has been let go in this game, especially in this second half. So it's been consistent, but normally you see that given. Pittsburgh in need of the equalizer. Phoenix can taste the 3 points. The 8-game unbeaten streak on the line, the 6-game home winning streak on the line. Etsu feeds it in, cleared away. One minute to go. Kelp for All. Charles All across, out of play, and a sub coming. Jackson Gaidon.
Checking out number 10.
He comes on for Avayevu.
Now in number 33.
It's disappointing from All. Coming on to provide a spark with Walty coming off, but just struggled to find himself in this game. This time out wide on the left, completely mishitting that ball with plenty of options in the box. And with that final change, we'll see if an additional 15 to 20 seconds are going to be added. Maduka is everywhere for the Rising. He can see the finish line.
How about the trust he has in a couple of academy players to be on the pitch at this point and close things out. Hammond keep it alive. He commits the foul. Surely this will add a few extra moments as Dennis is slow to get up. Hammond had a chance blocked. Think back to that Dikwa opportunity right after Sacco scored. After a giveaway.
It was literally just seconds after going down, saying, Holstroot, you are at your most vulnerable after having scored a goal, but not this time. The Rising hold on, and these are 3 big points for them, Josh.
A statement win for Pamaduka and Phoenix Rising. A 1-0 clean sheet win over Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Not many teams come in here to FNB Stadium and come away with 3 points. Pittsburgh defeated at home for the first time this season, and the first time it snaps an 8-match unbeaten streak at home for Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and not for the lack of chances either. It's time for a man of the match, celebrating those with the fighting spirit, like Albert Dikwa, whose determination and skill truly embody the mark of a fighter. Dikwa will likely be seeing that opportunity right after Sacco's goal tonight, but a valiant effort once again by the leader of this group in the attack.
Fought hard throughout the game, going up against a very physical back line. Did everything he could, but ultimately it was not enough. In Phoenix with 3 straight league wins and 3 straight games with a clean sheet.
Impressive stuff from Pamaduka's side. We will step aside, come back with our full-time highlights and stats. After this, 1-0 the final. Phoenix Rising takes it.
All day and all night for Charles All. Pittsburgh on the board, 1-0.
Really good place here. Pittsburgh score. Riverhounds have liftoff at Highmark. What a strike. Sam Bassett.
And he sends the thousands here into a frenzy.
Here here in Pittsburgh, strength, pride, and teamwork matter. Just like at home, Genius Exteriors, a top-rated roofing, siding, windows, and doors contractor. Call now and get 50% off roofing materials, plus no payments till 2027. And we're proud to offer an extra 10% military discount. Schedule your free, no-obligation home inspection today. Call 412-528-6526. Home Genius Exteriors, proud sponsor of your Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh. A statement win for Phoenix Rising, 1-0 over the defending champion, Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Josh Appel, Antonio Aquilino here to wrap things up for you as we take a look at our full-time highlights. And our first and only goal in the match came on this giveaway in the 64th minute.
Very evenly poised game, but ultimately a mistake at the back from Vieira and Sacco. We spoke about how good he has been this season. In front of goal, he does not forgive, and this Rising side so clinical in front of goal.
Just 2 minutes later, it was Albert Dikwa who had this golden opportunity to level things.
You are most vulnerable right after having scored, and right here, Rising turn off the concentration. Dikwa just unable to hit the target from premier position.
79th minute, great delivery in from Goldthorpe, and it was Vieira, the diving header, didn't get cleanly.
Trying to make up for his mistake at the back, just inches away from tying in Vieira.
And this may be the best chance in stoppage time. Dikwa, Ammon, his shot blocked by Marboye that had reservations for the back of the net. As we take a look at our full-time stats, just one shot on target for Phoenix, and it was Sacco's goal. Possession about even. This is about as even of a match as you'll see between two real quality sides in USL Championship.
Ultimately, the difference was Sacco putting the ball in the back of the net and Dikwa unable to hit the target just 2 minutes late.
Tough matchup up next for Pittsburgh. They'll hit the road next week and take on Lou City at Lynn Family Stadium. That's a 7 o'clock kick on the 9th. And Phoenix, they'll return home to take on San Antonio, the team they lost to 2-1 on opening night. That'll do it for us here from FNB Stadium in Pittsburgh. For our entire USL Championship crew, my broadcast partner Antonio Aquilino, this is Josh Appel saying so long. Thanks so much for spending your Saturday night with us. Once again, your final score, Phoenix Rising 1, Pittsburgh Riverhounds 0 in this East-West showdown of two of the last three league champions. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.